Hello, welcome to the Rangers pod. Like an impromptu start there, no intro, straight in. Um, so it's half time. Rangers 2, St Mirren nil. This is going to be my night, Ross. I'm just going to have to change this. I'm sorry. Rangers 2, St Mirren nil at half time. Colak again with a goal, and James Tavernier pen. Ross joining me for the half time. How are you feeling about that first half?
Good, good. I think that this is the way we should be playing. As I say, see if you're playing two sitters, I don't mind it as long as you're allowing Barisic and Tavernier to get into the attacking third. And I think that's what we've done. Barisic and Tav have been a lot more involved in our attacking play than they have been in recent weeks, and that's the difference. That's what our big strength. Get your two inverted forwards inside and let Tav and Bonner on the wings. Ryan Jack not playing during the week now looks even worse because I think he's been brilliant again.
Yeah, and I think Rangers started. I think we started okay. It's when it's an early goal, it's always hard to sort of break down how you were playing and in terms of intensity. But yeah, straight away, I mean, Barisic 4 minutes in gets a ball. As soon as he lines up, I couldn't believe he was lining up because it's what I always want Barisic to do. We know how good his left foot is. He should, as soon as he gets space, he should be lining that sort of effort up. And it's a great hit. I thought it was going in all the way, just off the post. And at first, I thought it just sort of hits Cholak and goes in, but it's just instinctive. He knows, doesn't he? And he just, it's a quick reaction. And it might come off his sort of instep, but he knows exactly what he's doing. And just that wherewithal from Cholak, as soon as he passes that ball out wide, he just runs on. He knows Barisic is shooting, but he goes for it anyway because he's expecting a chance from it.
The same Cholak who can't link the play ups to setting up his own game again by linking up with a winger. That's a big guy. There's not many people. We speak about Cholak being a bit like Boyd in his finishing, but there's not many strikers who will put that ball out wide and then manage to get themselves in as the first person to react. This guy is an absolute predator when the ball's in the box. He seems to just be one of the wee guys who knows where the ball's going to go and what he's going to need to do. As you say, he had to really adapt his whole body shape as the ball came off the post. Listen, class. Big guy's class.
Yeah, and I'm not going to go through anything because I did this last time, and then I ran out of things to talk about at full time. So we'll discuss the other goal in a second, but I'm going to need you to talk me through that. So apologies to everyone earlier. I had a power cut at mine just before the stream ended. So as I think Ross said, I was looking a bit like CFC Mick by the end of it. But I had a second power cut right at the time we got the penalty. So um, I sort of it sort of froze a little bit before the penalty, so I didn't even see if it was, and then it froze again, and the power went completely when Tab ran up. So Ross, was it a penalty? And what was the finish like? Because I didn't see it.
It's a stone waller. The ball get played into Cholak, maybe 3 yards out on the edge of the box, and he just takes, see that wee cute touch he's got, he just takes the touch, knowing fine well that Declan Gallagher's going to wipe him out, and I like that. See a player who's clever enough to know that the contact's coming and just he's not knocked the ball into any sort of position where he could have done anything with it, but he knows the contact's coming, and I think that's what we've missed. Somebody who's that wee bit streetwise who'll play for a penalty. Then Tav steps up, always goes to the goalie's left. The goalie's went to the goalie's right, and he's put it right down the middle.
Yeah, he's been a lot better. He went through that spell a couple of seasons ago where he missed a few in a row, and I think now he's just changed. He's just calm and composed. And I don't know if he waits or if he just decides, but he's just confident. He's always going to stick the penalty away. Um, so I mean, individual again, we'll come to it a bit more by the end of it. But what's your thoughts on Matondo so far? I think he's been in and out of the game. I see a few people moaning about him. The only real sort of moan I have was towards the end of the half. We get a little bit of a break, and he's almost one on one with the guy, and you think he's going to stretch his legs here and go past him, and he cuts inside. I mean, it was a definite handball that somehow the ref doesn't give, but he cuts inside for some reason, which baffled me a little bit.
For I think the boy, you need to remember that he's he's got pressure on him because he knows he's playing ahead of Kent. I think the biggest compliment I can give Matondo is the fact that Barisic has got acres of space out wide, because Matondo's dragging two defenders in with him when he cuts inside, which is freeing up the whole left-hand side. Barisic has got the freedom of Ibrox to get a couple of touches and get a cross in. He's not had that with Kent because Kent's not been willing to go inside. Matondo, he's a young winger. He's going to be hot and cold, but he's done he's done every bit as much as Kent's done in the last few weeks. So probably for the last 6 months. I see the bald beard in the comments saying, what's he actually done though? He's making space. His work rate off the ball is creating space for Barisic, which is more than Kent's offered us. Whether that's through tactics and Gio telling them to get inside, don't know. Maybe Gio watches Stu. Maybe he watches the rabble, and he's gone, listen, see that guy with a big massive feet? He's got a clue how we should be playing, and he's just went for it today. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, and on the other side, I mean, I think they've been similar on both sides, to be honest, Sakala and Matondo. And I think, like you said, that these pacey wingers, I know Matondo's a lot younger than Sakala, but these pacey wingers do sort of have flashes, don't they? They're coming in and out of the games. But one thing that surprised me with Sakala, I think, is some of his touches have been absolutely delightful. Not easy seeing that for Sakala. There was a little shimmy done with like one foot to the other and a pass to Lundstrom. And again, even his passing has been really on point today, which has really surprised me. So I don't know what he's doing in training, but it's absolutely working.
Exquisite is how I would describe some of his touches, and erratic others. But we know that's what you're going to get from him. That is the enigma that is Fashion Sakala. He'll do the sublime and then go for that to the ridiculous. But it's a case of weighing up how many sublime moments is he giving you where he's scoring goals or creating assists, as opposed to if he's got 6 shots, there's a good chance 4 or 5 of them are getting screwed about 10 yards by the post. That's the chance you take, but nobody else on that right wing has done anything. So at least he's giving you a bit of effort, and as I say, he's dragging people the same. He's bringing players inside the pitch with him, which is freeing up space for Tav. And when he hugs the touchline, Tav is going on the inside, which we've seen a couple of times him at the edge of the box as well. So Gio's tweaked it. I said last week after the Hearts game, I thought they had maybe done video analysis and had a wee look at why our passages of play have been breaking down, and hopefully he never done it against Liverpool, but this is the way Rangers should be playing to our strengths rather than worrying about an opponent's strength and weakening ourselves to try and counter that.
Yeah, really good point. I think about both wingers, sort of, maybe not noticeable, but they're actually making space for the fullbacks who now can certainly get further forward. And definitely Gio looks like he's tweaked it, but we will go a bit more in depth in that in the post match, as well as a couple of other players I want to talk about in that first half, but don't want to ruin it all for the post match. So just lastly, then, Ross. More of the same second half. Anyone you're thinking already might be getting minutes off the bench, or just see how it goes for the first sort of 10-15 and make a decision from there?
I don't think he'll make any subs at half time, but I think you'll see probably Morelos after 60 minutes to get him another half hour in his legs. You've got a chance of seeing Kent and possibly Scott Wright, because the two boys that are playing out wide are spending a lot of energy, and also they're no game sharp, are they? They've not had much chance, so you might see they three getting changed out. And if Davies maybe isn't up to a full 90, you'll maybe see Leon King getting some minutes as well, which would be very welcome for me.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, just for was it 4-0 Colak, your prediction?
4-0 Matondo was my prediction.
Matondo,
I would have went Colak, but somebody else took him, didn't they?
Well, still time. I mean, not first goal, but still time for Matondo to get on there. And 4-0's not looking too bad of a shout at the moment.
Colak is your first goal scorer every week, isn't it? It's like printing money.
Yes. Let's keep just a few comments about Davies, but I won't go too much into this because, as I say, he has to come back for the post match for this, providing I have no power cut. Which I believe we're going to have JD joining us as well as Graham. So please come back for that. 2-0 up. Hopefully, we'll get a couple more goals, and we're all sitting there very happy. But we'll see you at the post match. Thank you very much.